we're working, we're here. Hello, it's Phil, Discover Tai Chi. A little later today, just simply because we had gremlins. So thanks for being patient and letting me get things sorted and talk through my process. It's the only way I can get through things nowadays. So good to have you with us, and let's get started. Seated, standing, you know the rules. I'll do my usual mix. As I say, I'm on a different camera today, but hopefully that's okay. I'm just having a little double check at myself. That seems okay. We're going to start with 4 directions, just to begin to explore the boundaries of our range of motion. 4 directions: forwards, to the sides, up, and then down. Okay, let me do this seated because it's going to push my hands out of view when we go up first time round, and then I'll stand up for the second round. So first time round, don't have any kind of resistance in mind. Let's just kind of explore those boundaries. So just see if we can be as self-supporting as we can. I know that will mean different things for different people, and if you really do need the support of your seat or chair, if you're using one, then yeah, absolutely use that support that you need. If you can be self-supporting, that's good as well. So ready, steady, pick the hands up, turn them forwards, and then just slowly push forwards. Extend as far as you feel comfortable. Turn the palms and just draw them back. Drop the elbows. Get ready, out to the sides now. Turn the palms and push slowly out to the sides. Extend the boundaries. And then draw the hands and arms back in. We're getting ready to go up now. Pushing up. Looking up if that's comfortable for you to do so. And then bring those hands down. And now we're going to turn the hands around and push down. Now for people who are seated, that might mean pushing to the side if you've got clearance either side of you to do that, or it might mean pushing down sort of between the knees or toward the knees. Again, you do you. So there you go, that's our first round. Second round, I want you to start to imagine maybe that we're now pushing through water and we've got a sense of resistance with that watery medium, but it's not too much if you get the idea. I'll do this seated as well. So here we go. Pick the hands up and then have this sense that there's some resistance now. We're pushing through the water. Just like so. And then we're going to draw the hands back. Do the same to the sides. If you remember, out to the sides, pushing, only this time with a sense of pushing through water. Okay, this time upwards. Pushing up, and again there's a sense of resistance as we do so. Bring the hands down and get ready to push down again. You choose, especially if you're seated, where to push the hands to get the most clearance, either to the sides or down between the knees or toward the knees. Okay. Third round, we're going to up the imaginary resistance. It's kind of treacle stroke golden syrup. Okay, it's going to get sticky. Okay, so you get the idea. It's more viscous. That's the word, isn't it? More viscous. There's more to go at when we push. Okay, ready? Here we go. Could be a breath in if you wish, followed by a breath out to push. And it's now requires a bit more force and intent to push through that more viscous liquid. Out to the side, same again. Push, push, push. Drawing back. Upwards. Pushing again. Feeling that resistance as we do so. Drawing down. And turning my hands and pushing down through that resistance. Excellent. Good job. Just have a bit of a shake if that feels good for you. Rub the hands again. Useful to get some sensation and some warmth into those extremities. Okay. Bit of a push-pull mix this evening. So we're going to pull our boat in. Our boat is there out in the distance. We're at a beach or a harbour or a lakeside. We've got our long rope attached to our boat. And the idea is if you can picture the scene with as much detail as possible, the boat, the colour, the material that it's made from, the rope, the colour and material that that's made from, the landscape within which you find yourself, as much detail as possible. The science tells us that it helps us recruit more muscle through our neuromuscular system. So picture your boat. We're going to bring our hands, tuck them in, loosely closed hands, and just pick a hand, whichever one it is that feels right for you, to send out, to wrap around that rope, get our first pull in, and get that boat moving, draw towards us. And as we do so, we're pulling out the opposite hand, ready to wrap and pull. So just take your time. We're not aiming to draw the boat in quickly. If anything, we want to see if we can keep an even tension on that imaginary rope. And we want to see if we can bring that boat in with as little disturbance to the water as possible. So we're trying to be as smooth and fluent with our pulls as we possibly can. Again, that really helps us engage with the movement. And if we can picture the details, if we can imagine that the rope that we're pulling is wet, because it would be, and that we begin to get a bit of water on the hands. Again, if you've pictured the scene, it's not cold and grey as it has been today. You could picture a nice warm Mediterranean scene, or a scene anywhere in the world. As I draw that boat in. For some reason, I've got palm trees and blue skies in mind today. As I pull that boat. That's it. I'm going to ask you to do 2 more pulls. Don't worry if we're in sync or not. Just imagine that on the very last pull, we bring our boat into shore. And then relax. We can think about where we're going to go a little later. So, a push and a pull. Let's return to pushing. I'm going to stand up for this one, just to join people who are standing. We're going to part the earth from the sky. It's a bit of a classic. We're going to hold a ball. Again, it doesn't matter which hand is on top or which hand is on the bottom. You decide. Have a sense that you really are holding something like a ball, like a beach ball or a medicine ball, the largest sort of medicine ball, not too heavy. If you remember from past classes, I'll come a bit closer. bring the bottom hand up over the top, turn the palm over, and then we're pressing in opposite directions. I know my top hand will disappear, but you get the idea. And then turn the palms. Here's my top hand coming back into view as if by magic. There we go. We're back to holding the ball. And then we swap places. Bottom hand comes up. And then we're pushing both hands down. And then turning the palms and bringing them back together. Again, see if you can have this sense that we are creating a sense of space for ourselves. That we almost do have the capabilities and the power to actually push the sky away from the earth, pushing down against the earth, bracing in our seats and in our stance while we push upwards with each alternate hand. Think tall and long through the spine with each push, and then have a sense of everything relaxing and coming together. And then once again, tall and long and lengthened and light. And then everything kind of contracts and compresses and comes back together. And then once again, there's that alternation from one state back to its opposite. Those are those yin and yang opposites. And here we've got expansion and then contraction. Good job. We're going to do that one more time on each side, so to speak, or with each alternate upper hand. So here comes the last one. Excellent. Good job. Bring the hands together and then relax. If you are in your seat, try to have a bit of a move from one side to the other if possible, just to relieve some pressure. If you are standing up with me, again, just have a bit of a move from one side to the other, again, just to relieve pressure. Okay, so that was pushing. We're going to pull the cow's tail. Again, I will join people seated once more. This is a push and a pull, actually. We're going to be pushing with one hand upwards and forwards, and we're going to be pulling with the other hand, which is down here. It's going to be the hand that we think of as holding the cow's tail. Again, let me just adjust my laptop because, again, we haven't got the field of view that my other camera that isn't apparently playing nicely with Google tonight would normally give. So there is my bottom hand. It happens to be my left hand in this case. So if you give me a wave with your right hand, that's going to be the pushing hand. Our left hand has got the poor old cow's tail. We're going to pull that backwards and we're going to look towards that hand. And as we do so, we push with the right hand up and we pull back with that left hand. A push and a pull, and then we release the tension, so to speak, unwind. Do a hand swap, left hand ready to push, right hand ready to pull, and we do the same, but push and pull, opposite direction. And then slowly back again. Keeping a sense of even tension between the hands, which is all about being connected through our shoulder girdle. Back to the right hand to push, left hand ready to pull. Here we go. Just breathe comfortably with this one. Don't overdo things, just kind of feel your way into that rotation, go as far as you feel comfortable. And then get ready to swap hands. Left hand to push, right hand to pull. Turn to look towards that right hand as it pulls away, and then slowly, slowly unwind. Here we go again. Right hand to push, left hand to pull. Draw back. Left hand finally to push, and right hand to pull for the last time. And we're back. And again, just have a relax. Again, if you're seated, then just do some pressure relief if you can. Standing again, pressure relief as well. I know that being seated can cause discomfort through the pressure, and I know standing on prosthetics can do the same thing. So we have to find ways and means of relieving some of that pressure and discomfort. Okay. We're going to, first of all, do wise owl, our rotation. I'll stay seated just for the ease of the view. And then we'll turn it into the Tai Chi sequence, repulse the monkey. Got no idea why they're doing this, but we'll go with it. Although sometimes it's simply called pushing a palm. And that will give us our push. But let's just start with our easy rotation first of all. If you're seated, hands can either start on the knees, or you can, if you've got the room on either side, they can be hanging loosely by the sides. Again, if you've got the scope to be able to leave a bit of support behind and be self-supporting in the torso, that's good. But if you need that support, again, make sure you do use it. Turning to the right, we just gently lift the hands and arms, not too high. It's as if we're looking to see if someone is there. Someone may have called our name. We come back and then we do the same on the left. Turning, looking, and then returning back to where we came from. Once again, to the right. And then back we come. And now turning, looking to the left. One more time. Looking to the right with a gentle lift of the hands and arms, not too high. And now, last time, turning, looking to the left. Excellent. Okay, so now we turn that into a pushing palm, or in Tai Chi parlance, repulse the monkey. It's the back hand, the hand, whichever one it is, it will be the right hand in this case when we turn to the right, pushes through. And again, if you use the notion of pushing through water, that gives us the sort of correct feel for what we're aiming for. So let's see if we can have a go together. So I'm turning to the right, just like before, lifting my hands and arms, not too high. And then I push my right hand through. I'm drawing back the left hand, and then I keep that turn going this time. I open my hands and arms outward until I'm looking to the left. And now I push that left hand through. And we keep the rotation going, and we end up looking and turning to the right once more. Push through with that left hand. Push, push, push. Again, if you can really imagine pushing through water, you'll get that sense of resistance. Here comes the left hand pushing through against gentle resistance. Looking to the right for the last time. Push. And then looking to the left for the last time for our final push. And this time we'll continue to just face forward, but we'll push that left hand all the way forward. And then relax. Excellent. Good work. Quite a challenging bit of coordination there as well. But a nice push all the way from the back. Okay, here's a funny name for a movement, 6 rabbits. The only reason I can think that it's called 6 rabbits is that we end up forming 2 kind of floppy rabbit ears within the movement. That's the only reason why I can think of it. But it's a push followed by a pull. So again, we've got a push-pull. So here we go. I'm going to pick my hands up. Here's the push element. Push gently at first, forwards with both hands. And then let the fingers extend until they're right out in front of you. And then begin to grip. I like to think of a bed sheet for some reason. Must be when I was folding bed sheets with my mum. And pull tight. Keep the elbows out. This is where the rabbit ears come in, I think. If you can touch the knuckles of your hands towards your chest, great. And then release all of that tension and get ready for the second push. Imagine that there's a bit more resistance now. A bit of watery resistance as we push. Let the fingers extend. And then I think of bed sheets. Pull that bed sheet, get some tension in the bed sheet before it gets folded. Bring the hands in and then release that tension. Let the shoulders relax momentarily. And then here we go for our third push. Push, push, push. A bit more resistance if you wish. Reach. Take a firm grip and then pull. Elbows out. I'll give you permission to stick your elbows out and then relax. Fourth push. So maybe it's a bit more syrupy, treacly sort of resistance as we push. Extend. Here's the bed sheet. Pull. Nice and taut and tight. Get the creases out. Then relax. Number 5, penultimate push. Getting very resistant now. Here we go. Pull. Pull, pull, pull. And we've got one more to do. One more push followed by one more pull. Here we go. Push. And now it's maybe the strongest push of the set. Push, push, push. And it's a strong pull. Whoever's on the other side of the bed sheet is really pulling in the opposite direction. And then as we relax, we just let the hands relax down. Oof. Probably feel that in your shoulders. Okay, let's give them an opportunity to just relax a little bit, and we'll do our, because there's no leaves left on the trees, we'll kind of do a little snowflake kind of feel. So we're going to let the hands drop to the sides if we can, or they can start from tops of the knees. And we're just gently squeezing the hands. It's a bit of a pump of the circulation. And then the free fall, letting the hands fall down, maybe to the knees, maybe all the way down if you've got the room. And then squeezing once more, slowly but steadily, squeeze the hands, get that pump of blood, and then let the hands open, free fall. This is a nice one that if it feels right for you, you can have a breath in. You can really let that breath go as we open the hands. There's a real sense of release as we do so. On this set, we squeeze the hands like before, but as we let the hands go, we turn the palms, and now the palms fall forward and down for that release. Then we bring the hands back up for another squeeze. Turn the palms, Let them fall open and down. So we're thinking snowflakes coming down to earth. Here we go again. Down. Good job. Here comes the next set. So we're squeezing. And this time we're dropping my hands, they're opening, and we're pushing them out to the sides. That might be difficult for some of us, so it's okay to kind of push out further in front of the knees. But if you can get all the way down to the sides, you push out to the sides with the hands turned right over. So you get a twist and a push. Here we go. Let the hands fall away, and then we're pushing gently outwards. That's it. One more of those. Excellent. And then the last little set is we're going to imagine that someone throws, in a gentle way, a beach ball, and we just catch it right in front of the knees if you're seated, or in front of the hips if you're standing. Then we pick the hands up to squeeze. We're going to try and stifle a sneeze. There we go, caught it. And then once again, catch that beach ball. And then third and final squeeze, followed by a catch. And then you can either just let the hands come to a rest on the tops of the legs, or again, down by the sides. Your choice. So, bit of a push-pull mix. Some of those movements involve a push and a pull all together. I'm aware of time. I will bring things to a close with some closing movements to do so. We're going to go somewhat big at first to bring the hands up to each side, and then overhead, and then again have this sense of free fall, letting tension go. Again, some of you may be finishing at the knees, some of you may be dropping the hands all the way down to the sides. Again, you do you, but then turn the hands over and lift once more. Could be a breath in if you feel that's right for you. Letting the breath go on the down. Again, just let the hands find their way. Here we go for a third and final lift. And we'll do one more, only this time we'll just come up to shoulder height. And this time we can either link thumbs or just place one hand on top of the other. Let the hands come to rest. Right in the lap or lower abdomen if you're sat down. Same if you're standing. Just feel comfortable. Try to be as relaxed as you can, but still maintaining your posture in a light and airy way. Take a breath in. You wish, let that eyes rest as you let that breath go. And then for 30 or 40 seconds, we just sit quietly. We just breathe comfortably. Nothing else but just quiet sitting, quiet breathing. Resting, basically. And then, as much as we feel as though we could just stay there for a good long time, I've got to let you go. I've got my tea. You might have your tea to eat. So we part our hands. And that's it. So there you go. A push and a pull. I hope that's been enjoyable. It works us quite a bit. You probably will no doubt feel. Let me stop the recording. So we're running up to Christmas now. I think we've got 2 more sessions because I don't think you'll want to be with me on Christmas Eve. No, Boxing Day. Oh, it's hard when it's midweek. Boxing Day. I doubt you'll be making a special effort to join me on Boxing Day. So we've got a couple more sessions. Just to let you know, I'm going to be taking a break in the new year. So more news on that. It's simply because we've got some other things that we just need to make space for, personally as well as professionally as well. So just keep that in mind. So thanks very much. I need to stop the recording. If there's any questions or comments, please do ask away. But if you do want to just get off, that's okay. Sorry.
Thank you, Phil.
You're
Bye.
welcome.